Guys, this is Greg McLeod of Elite Traders University, and welcome to the launch of the Revealing the Seven-Figure Forex Cash Machine, 4 pillars to unlimited income and financial freedom. Okay, this is going to be a new approach to the market, another set of templates and things for approaching the market, but we're actually going to start off building a nice foundation before we actually move into the system and actually move into trading. So we're going to talk about mindset and basically laying the foundation for the building of a system, which you can go back to Pip and Run and use it as well. And again, Pip and Run is my ultimate multi-favorite system in the whole wide world. But we have a slightly different market that's going on, and it's a kind of a really ranging market. We call it a low vol, or not low volume, but low volatility. A low volume market, a low volatility market. Basically, you have prices crunched up for a long period of time, and then big breakouts, and then compressions, and then breakouts. And there's a way we trade that because it resembles a market that we had back in like 2006, 2007, and we also have the same kind of market like 1995. And it's usually big compression, explosive move, big compression, sideways, sideways, and boom, sideways, boom, right? And then anything can set it off. It could be a tweet. Like you saw the big move, 400 pip move in the Dow. You know, we kind of like top out, move sideways for a bit, and a big explosive move. So this we call a low vol environment. There is a set of tools that we can use to actually trade that, and that's the essence of the Forex Cash Machine, to be able to get into low risk entries and be able to manage risk and create a mindset in this new environment. What happens when the market changes, people who are not experts in the market or who have not been in this market for years and years and years, they don't know. They just think, oh, the system broke down, or no. Well, it's a different tactic. Okay, it's a little bit the same market, still buy low, sell high, except that the market does something a little bit different. When it blows up and makes big moves, those moves can be quickly retraced or faded. We call fading the market, where price moves into one area of resistance, and instead of like, oh yeah, this thing is going to trend and keep going up, we wind up fading the market and taking a position the opposite direction. But in order to actually think about that, this kind of counter trend kind of thinking, you really have to change your mindset, because a lot of times we get so inflexible, we become so rigid, and so our minds don't change that when the market changes, we just want it to work this way. And then you said this way, it's supposed to be this way, this way, this way. And the thing is, the market doesn't care. The market will change and act a different way, and you have to use a different tactic. So first of all, we want to change that mindset, so when we approach the market, we're able to see what's there and not what used to be there. Okay? So now I'm going to go to the risk disclaimer on my screen. That's right there. I want to draw your attention to it. Make sure you understand all the risks associated with foreign exchange trading. Okay? And for those of you who are new to this, I want to welcome you. If you're watching this as a recording, the Forex Cash Machine, we will be doing a live version for U.S. clients at 9 p.m. Eastern Time to make sure that you guys have the live interaction with me. This season will only be 8 weeks, so it'll be an 8-week session, and we'll move on to season 4. Okay. So this is actually a shorter version of a pre-launch, and many of you who got in on a pre-launch discount, because it's only an 8-week class. It's not lifetime. It's not 12 weeks. It's 8 weeks. And I encourage you to sign up for the full program. It's a little bit more, but it's it's well worth it. But this gives you like a little sample, so that's why this is a beta. I have not done Forex Cash Machine probably in 2006, 2007. In fact, John Miller was with me in the room when we were talking about this strategy back in the day, right? And in fact, let me show you the actual. Actually, I am such a pack rat. I have so many Gyazos from forever. This is when I was younger and much more good looking. But you can see the date on this is like 2009 or 2000, yeah, right. And Jemirim is John Miller, or 2010, March 2010, and this is John Miller. You know, John is getting married. They're going to his wedding next month. And he was probably 19 at the time or 20 when he wrote this. He says, I was waiting for the stars to align on the 24 hours in U.S. dollar, and it finally came around. I was waiting for my computer. I'm finding your recommendations very helpful and technical analysis, though admittedly some of their explanations I don't understand. I noticed you talk about a bit about Elliott waves. Could you recommend a good book? I never used them. But one thing I did notice is that scalpers use a set of 3 Bollinger Bands, 52, 53, 54, and use a standard 22. Not sure of the technical overkill, but does this make a difference? Okay. Now this was 2010, and the market was that's what it did. I mean, when we were using this strategy, we called it the rainbow method, and we were basically counting like how many Ferraris we could buy with the system. I mean, I taught the system to the people on the desk in the brokerage, and we're all everybody was trading it from here to New York to London. Was trading this strategy during the market. Everyone was like calculating when they were going to retire. I mean, it was just so rhythmically. That's why I call it the cash machine, because it was something you could turn the crank and money would just come out. And it's, you know, I had secretaries on the floor trading it. I had the compliance people trading it. I had people on customer service trading it. We're all doing it. I even had the boss back. I gotta go trade Greg's strategy. I'll be right back. He would go in his office and cancel a meeting so you could trade the strategy. That's how powerful it was at the time, right? But then the market changed, and we had this huge breakout that never came back. So when you're looking for mean reversion, you had this big, huge breakout, and everybody went short and were looking for this bounce back, and it never bounced back. And that was the change in the market. In fact, there were articles written that volatility is gone out of them will stay this way forever because of digit pricing, the 5th digit pricing, and computers. So they thought these new ranges were a result of technology, you know, efficient markets. But what happened was price compresses for long periods of time, and then it trends for long periods of time. In fact, it trends 20% of the time, breaks out, and moves sideways 80% of the time. So 80% of the time, you could probably use a strategy, but then once things start trending again, this strategy will not work. I mean, let's warn you that, you know, we're probably if you follow baseball, there's 9 innings in baseball. We're maybe like in the 3rd inning on this, all right? And so this is probably the time to really work this strategy and really, really just crank out the pips, because you probably will not get any sleep. I advise you to get some sleep. It's just I just want to unleash this until I was able to iron out all the bugs, because I didn't realize back then that there was a change in the market. We just kept trying to use a strategy that's kept losing money. But when it worked, it just made everybody a lot of money. So this is a really exciting time, because you can actually see, you know, the market is getting ready to do something. It's just not going to do it now. I don't know if it's waiting for a Trump impeachment or elections. It's waiting for something that is going to happen. But in the meantime, it's indecisive. So no one is willing to go full hog into any type of position because of uncertainty in Britain, uncertainty in the U.S. There's so much uncertainty around that people are just getting in and getting out. Okay? They're just taking it and going it. So I kind of like whet your appetite, gave you a little taste of what we'll be talking about over the course of the next 8 weeks. But I want to start with the first thing is mindset. And it's very important to have a solid mindset about the market, about the expectations of the market. Like I know Cindy, she's a pool champion. She plays billiards. In fact, she's in a pool championship going to be in Las Vegas. In fact, she's going to play a tournament. And if you're playing tournament, you're playing against all kinds of people from all over the world who are, they think they're pretty good too, right? So there's a lot of pressure involved in any type of competitive sport. I don't know, Derek, do you play? Did you ever play a competitive sport, or were you engaged in some type of competition ever? Just help me out. You can type it in the chat box. Let me know if you guys basketball. Oh, there you go. So Derek, you're like the Lonnie Vlock of or nice. So at the free throw line, and you're playing basketball, it's a mind game, especially if you play like street basketball. Those guys, we call it talking trash. Do you guys talk trash when you play basketball? Talking trash. They get inside your head and say, like, maybe you're getting ready to take a shot. Oh, you're gonna miss, brick. Like, they're trying to get in your head. It's not just trying to steal the ball or shooting or defense, but they're always trying to get in your head. The crowd is trying to get in your head. You're at the free throw line and you're trying to shoot, and they're waving things, miss, 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 brick, brick, brick. They're constantly trying to get in your head, because they know if they can affect how you think, they can affect how you shoot and make you miss, right? So the whole idea is to, it is to create a fortress in your mind, because what too many times happens is people they know all the ingredients about trading, and they have all the steps. Maybe they understand basketball, maybe they understand pool, maybe they know how to do it. They've read the books, and they know everything about it. But when it comes into maybe actually doing it, if they've got stuff going on in their head, they can't make the decision. They are hesitant. If their timing is off, when your timing is off, what happens? When your timing is off, you will miss, right? You will miss. Because why? Because you hesitated. Maybe there's someone in front of you. Maybe you didn't take the right step. Because timing is everything. And if you're thinking about something, if you're fearful, if you're afraid, if you think you're going to miss, what's going to happen? Right? The whole idea, I don't know what level you played, whether you played in like college or, but you have to see in mind. Do we have something here? Yeah. Hey, I've never used this before. Oh, wow, look at that. Right? But if you, in your mind, see yourself missing the shot, or if you are afraid of missing the shot, or you're afraid of maybe what the crowd will say, or maybe the people in the stands might say, or the coach will say. Hesitation is the worst enemy, right? I took a trade, and I posted it in the alumni forum. And one of the guys asked, "Did you take it?" I took the shot. I took it. Why? It met my rules. It was a trend line break. It rallied up. It broke. It breaks. I take the shot. Right? I take the shot. Let me show you something. See if I can. This is, I love James Bond. You guys like James Bond?
I may have a spot. It's not clean. Repeat, I do not have the clean shot. Tunnel ahead. I'm going to lose them. Can you get into a better position? Next, yes, there's no time. Take the shot. I say take the shot. But can't, the main it's on. Take the bloody shot.
No. Oops. Agent down. Now that will happen. You know, you don't have a clean shot, but you've got to take the shot. Yeah, too late. She had a shot. She hesitated. You know. Yeah, she, so I took the shot, Now, I took it as soon as it crossed. It held up a little bit. Thing dropped, right? It dropped. It broke the low. But the count was probably ABC. And I flipped and got short, right? But I took the shot. Now, you can come back and say, well, I should have waited for this, I should have waited for that, but I had crossovers, I had trendline breaks, I had to take the shot. I must take that shot. I cannot, you say, well, good thing I didn't take that. You hesitated. And it would have worked this time. But next time you have something like this, breaks the trend line, and you say, well, I'm going to wait. And this thing keeps going like that, right? Because you hesitated. Because you try to outthink yourself. You try to second guess yourself. Should I take the entry or not? When every time that thing crosses the line, every time your rule says you must do it, you must do it. You are just the trigger. Okay, the market is really the person behind the gun, and you are the trigger. It pulls you, you fire. You cannot guess this out, because if you do, that's where you're making your mistake. Because what will happen is you'll see this, oh, that looks like this one. Then you'll put this in your memory. You'll put this in your memory. And if you put it in your memory, you'll remember this and try to learn from it or something, right? So you learn from this. Why can't I make it transparent or opaque, or can't send it to the back or something? Okay. Yeah, you have this in your memory. You see something like this, and you say, oh, last time this broke like this, I got stopped out. So I'm not going to take that. You can't use that on history. You see that, you take it. Your risk is 2%, so you may take this 5 times, and it may stop you out 5 different times. You can't say, Greg, what did I do wrong? I'm getting stopped out 5 different times. You take that trade. Right? Now, if you have a stupid stop like I did, 69 pips like I had on this one, it's not there. Oh, I got out of that one. That's good. How about this one? Okay. Right, like this one. Okay. Well, yeah, I took the shot. It went up. Right? But I should have my stop. If I took my stop, reversed my trade, I'm good, right? But I did take the shot, took it a little late, and the stop wasn't there. So guess what? I get burned. I get burned on this trade. Now I've got this floating around my brain. Oh, the system doesn't work. I lost so many pips. What am I going to do? Well, you took the shot, yes. Risk control, you can't blame the system on this, all right? You can't even blame the system if you're stopped out here. It did what it was supposed to do. 65, 68, 70% of the time you hit this, 7 out of 10 times you're going to make money. 3 out of 10 times you're going to get stopped out. Okay. Too late. Should we see charts? Oh, you don't see my chart? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, thank you. My goodness. All right. Let me get this together. I'm so excited that I'm just messing up here, okay? I missed my bubble scene and you missed my basketball guy? Oh, come on now. This is Picasso here. I do this in honor of you, Derek. Getting ready to take a shot, right? Replay. Okay, replay. So did you see? So did you see? You didn't see the. So you didn't see the video either? Okay. All right. You need a full replay, man. I really jacked up on this one. So sorry. All right. Take the shot. Can you guys see now?
I made the shot.
Right there, there's a shot. There's a shot. There's a shot.
That means I do not have a clean shot. There's a tunnel ahead. I'm going to lose them. Can you get into a better position? Next year, there's no time. Take the shot. I say take the shot. If I can't, the main on. Take the bloody shot.
Agent down. You guys see that? When you're pulling the trigger on a trade, you have to take that shot. You know, she hesitated, and you get what? You get man down. You took the shot. Oh man, the guy got down. But you know, unlike James Bond, we can control how far he falls down, right? And we can say, okay, we took the shot. Now we broke the low. Take the shot again, right? But what happened is you do this, you lose 69 pips, and then you go, oh, what's wrong with this system? Doesn't work. Then you see this again, and you say, oh, next time this breaks above the high, I'm not going to take it, right? So what happens? Okay, so you got this, you took it, you took the shot. Take the shot. You took it. You made some money, but then it comes down and you get stopped out. Okay? But then what happens is you say, oh, I made a mistake because I shouldn't have took it because I got stopped out. You cannot let a loss undo the strategy. You know? Now, why? Because you followed the rules. Price came down, rallied, broke a trend line. You might have divergence, crossovers, and other things. Whole number, round number. It's a 0-0 level, and it broke up. Okay, you must take that shot. You know, put the crosshairs on it. It crosses the line and closes. You take the shot. You must take it. You must take it. Because if you say, well, I'm not going to take it and then it turns around and drops. You see, I'm so smart, I outfox the system because, see, I saved money. But what you've done is undercut your ability to take action on a trade. Okay? That's what you've done. You've undercut your ability. So next time you see a trade like this again, and it breaks the trend line, you go, well, I'm going to wait because last time I got stopped out. I'm not going to get stopped out this time. And then the thing goes up and keeps going and keeps going and keeps going, right? So now, why did you really lose? Yes, you did. You lost the potential to make all of this because you've got this stuck in your brain, right? You can take, the system can work and give you a signal, and you can get stopped out on that signal. There's nothing you can do about it. There's no adjustment to be made, okay? There's no, now, if you got long up here, let me get rid of some of this stuff here, okay? Okay, so let's say you've got your downtrend, divergence, rally up, and it rallies up and rallies up. You get long up here. The trend line break is down here. Okay? This is where you should have entered. This is where you did enter. This thing drops back on you and you get stopped out. Or drops down even farther. You get stopped out for a bigger loss. And then you say, oh, I followed the system. No, you didn't. The shot was here. You did like James Bond, like the girl in James Bond, like Eve. She fired late, and James got shot. And, you know, he's pushing up daisies. Okay? He's dead, right? So sometimes we have in our minds, yes, I followed a system, but you have to take the shot because the ideal entry has the lowest amount of risk. And I don't care if you lose 5 of these trades in a row. There is nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with the system. Too often we think stops are affecting how we believe about ourselves. And, you know, we have to know the difference between a stop because of not following the rules, not following a system, whether it's Pip and Run, Forex Cash Machine, whatever. If you don't follow the rules and you're stopped out, then that's a problem. Okay, that's where you can make an adjustment. That's when you can learn from your mistake. But if you've done everything that you can do, follow the rules, you place your stop, you risk 2% of your account, you took the shot and you were stopped out, and you took the same one again and was stopped out, you took the same one again and was stopped out. You cannot make adjustments because it's the system. You're going to win 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. You know, maybe there's some outside something in the market. Maybe you're trading something weird, you know, like South African rand, Turkish lira, or something weird, right? So you want to see, am I trading a major pair? Am I trading at a liquid time of the market, like London and New York? Okay. If I'm getting stopped out loud of Asia, stay out of Asia. If I'm getting stopped out loud of Mondays, stay out of Mondays. Keep a record of what you're doing because you don't want this to get in your head where you are changing the way you approach the market because of a stop that was a good stop, right? Because if it gets in your head, then it's going to affect the way you execute. It just starts trickling down, right? But if you took the trade and were stopped out, and now when you start risking 10 and 15 and 20% of your account on these trades, you're going to lose belief in anything. You know, God came down from heaven and gave you a trade, you would doubt it because you've been trading so large and taking so much risk that you're gun shy, right? Your size, if you're nervous about a trade, it means you're too large. I find out when I'm too large in a trade, I'm trading 100K when I should be trading 5K. And my balance is low, or, then I'm like nervous, right? If I feel nervous when I place a trade, I'm too large. So you have to ask yourself, am I trading too large in my account that I'm moving my stop around because I don't want to lose any money, or some other thing that's in your head? Because you want to make sure your head is clear. Because if you start imagining the worst, then you're going to miss every time. Because what you see in here, in your mind, is what outpictures in your reality. Okay? So you have to have that being able to have that mindset of being able to, first of all, be confident that you've been following all the rules. You can say, hey, I did all I could do. Okay. Now, if you're bending the rules or cheating, on the simulator or whatever not, that's going to undercut your belief in the system. The system has to be what you believe in. Any system. You have to have a belief that it works and you can make money at it. Because if you're risking 2% of your account on a trade and you lose it, then how many 2% could you lose? You could lose 25 times in a row and still keep 50% of your account, right? Something like that. But, if you're going to lose 25 times in a row, chances are you're doing something wrong. Because if the strategy is like 70 to 80% and you're going to win 8 out of 10, you shouldn't have a streak that big unless you're doing something wrong. Okay. Now, when you start getting loss after loss after loss, and you look back at your trade journal, and you're seeing the same mistake on your chart, and you gotta be honest about it too. You gotta be honest about your trading. You gotta look at it I can look at this chart. That's why I wanted to save this. That this is a trade. I took it. I took the shot. And right now it pulled back, and and the stop got triggered here, right? Now, I know that stop should have been somewhere in here. So I can't blame the market. I can't blame the strategy. All I can do is blame myself, right? I can say, well, Trump did it. And a lot of people, they blame Trump for everything, and they blame Bernanke or Janet Yellen or Powell or, I think we're in a trade now. We're 11 pips down on this one, but we have our stop below the swing low, right? Our stop is here, right? But it's interesting, if this is an ABC, is this 1, this is 2, are we going into a 3, right? Could I make my stop a little bit tighter and actually looked at maybe risk control in there, right? But I did take the trade, looking for a bounce, but again, I have the risk control. That's my risk. I'm not letting this thing get down here. If it does, I'm out. All right. And that's the key of trading, is being able to stick to your rules. But you also have to have a positive expectancy, okay, and a trust that says, okay, I'm going in here to win. I see myself making money on this particular trade, right? So if I go to, let's go to another chart. Let's go to maybe Aussie dollar, right? All these look corrective, really. A template, okay, and let's just this for our sakes, because this is what we're familiar with. But I'm going to give you the template to the other. Yeah. Well, we do have a gap and some other things here. But we can say we have the divergence events, a lower low, right? Trend line break would have probably been where we would gotten long. So I missed this. This is not a trade I would take, because the entry was somewhere in here, and now we're up here, and we're a whole number, round number, and it's late in the day. I don't like taking trades this late in the day either. So those are my rules. I'm not going to trade late in the day. I'm not going to trade too far away from a trend line break or from the beginning of the pattern. So then I would just pass on this, right? But some people will do, and even myself, I'll say, oh, I can, and you get away with it. You go, okay, well, it's 245, but we're at whole number, round number. I'll take a shot. Then you take your shot, and it's like, wow, really? And then it stops out. Then now all of a sudden, it's like, well, the system doesn't work. Well, you're so far away from old support. You're so far away from the trend line break. It's late in the day. What are you doing? You try to make something happen, right? And we have to be very professional, because if we were to do this on our jobs, well, I'll come in like maybe 10 o'clock, and I'm going to go to lunch. I'm going to stay gone for 3 hours, and I'm just going to give a report to my boss. I'm not going to fill the whole thing out. He knows what the company's doing. Well, how long before I don't have a job, right? But we have the same type of professionalism and discipline for our job, because we have a boss that tells us what to do, and consequences, if we don't do it, we get fired, or we get our paycheck docked, or we get something uncomfortable, right? We'll do that for somebody else, to build someone else's dream, to build someone else's company, because we're, but when we get off on our own, we get really sloppy, Believe me, I'm an entrepreneur too. And, some days I wake up and trade, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't answer an email, sometimes I wait, But, if I ran a little bit more, run the machine a little bit tighter, you get a little bit more, maybe more productivity and a little bit more excellence. So we can constantly get better. And so with our trading, we have to be the same way. That these are my rules. I'm going to follow them. I write them down, and I'm going to follow them. And once you can do that, then you can start having a positive expectancy that these rules do work. There may be some days where I might take a loss, but for the most part, my risk is small. I could lose 2, 3, 5, 6, 10 trades in a row and still maintain most of my account, right? And not only that, but the trades I win are going to make more on each trade than what I lose. So I'm going to have a positive expectancy. I'm trading a system that has a high rate of success, higher than normal, and all I have to do is manage the losses. Keep the losses small. I know I'm going to have them. It doesn't mean that I'm incompetent or stupid or doing anything wrong. It's just the market. The market is the market. You're going to have some wins. You win some, you lose some. But remember, if you're winning 1.5, 2 times, 3 times more than what you are losing, then you are going to win or make more money. Your account is going to continue to grow, even though you're taking losses, right? And I know, for instance, I know some people don't follow certain sports, in basketball or even baseball, they have a batting average, and if you hit the ball, you come up usually at the bat about 4 times in the game, and if you hit 3 out of 4 times, that's like 750 or 75%. 750, you are making like billions of dollars, right? All you need to hit is 3 out of 10 at bats, or 300. They call it batting 300. Is really 0.3000. 300, right? They call it 300. It's really you're batting 30%. But 30%, you're in the Hall of Fame. You're making probably $60-70 million a year, right? Or you're gonna have a massive contract for hitting the ball 3 times out of 10. You go to school and you get 3 answers right out of 10. What's going to happen to you? Somebody answer me in the chat box. 3 out of 10? Now, 4 out of 10, if you use 4 out of 10, if you win 4, lose 10. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Win 4, lose 6. Okay. And let's go, let's use some shapes here, right? Okay. So we're going to call this a winner, and we're going to call this one a loser. And a winner, and a loser, and a loser, right? And a loser, and a winner, and maybe another, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And maybe another loser, right? And maybe one more, maybe even start off with a loss, but then you have one winner there, okay? So on these losers, okay, you're going to lose 2%. Okay, where's the percent sign? What's going on here? Okay, so you're going to lose 2%, and the winners, let's say you're going to, let's say you win maybe like 2.5 or 3. Let's say you just do 3, and you're going to win 3%, right? I mean, not even you're scalping, and you're gonna make a little bit more, maybe not double, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here. I'm gonna copy it. I'm gonna go here and go paste it, or paste our winners here, right? And our 2%, we are losers there. Right. So we have loser, winner, loser, winner, loser, 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 winner, loser, winner, right? And a percentage of count. And let's say it's like, okay, let's make this dollar amounts where you win $2, you lose 3, right? Or you lose 10, lose 2, win 3. Okay, let's get the old calculator out, all right? And the calculator's right there. Okay. Oh, we got 2 calculators. Don't need 2. Okay. All right. So we got the winner, a loser, 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 loser. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we lost 6. Or we lost $12. Okay. So we got minus 12. Okay. Now we got winners. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 12. Okay. So we actually, and then put 12. Okay. So actually, we broke even here, right? At 60%, at 40% right, 40%, we broke even. We broke even. Okay. And that's a lot of losses there, I mean, that's it's a lot of we've lost more than we won, but we still broke even. And I know I'm kind of maybe belaboring the point, but I want to show you that the system is much more, it's greater than 50%. So you already have a built-in edge, but just taking what normal trading statistics show. Okay, so if you were 40% right, you broke even. 40% right equals break even. And then we have our winners. Winner, winner, winner. I'm trying to make it graphical, visual, where you can see where, you know, you have the series of losers and still break even. Now, that's just 4 out of 10, or 4 out of 10 right. Okay. Now, tell me in the chat box, have you gotten more than 4 right? 4 trades right? A simple yes or no. Okay. Now, tell me, have you ever lost 6 in a row? Or 6 over a period of 10? Okay. You haven't? You haven't? I don't believe you. No, just kidding. I do believe you. You're fine. Now, the U.S. says you'll probably have some other people that have not seen what we do. Okay, so you are an anomaly, Derek. But a lot of people, you know, if your risk now tell me this: if you've never done 6 in a row, but have you lost? Have you had a negative? Has your account been stay under 10% loss, or more than 10%? Have you have more than 10% drawdown in your account, or more than 12%, or more than 15%? Okay. Now, how is that? How do you think that was possible? Derek says, I won more but lost more money. What do you think is the factor here? Okay, and it's very simple. Yeah, you let the losses run. Now, if you were to and took a little profit. Now, okay, I'm going to turn off my video because it says my face is taking too much bandwidth. Can't handle all the good looks. Sorry, girls. Yeah, that can be too. You know, if we want to reverse that. And Derek says in the chat box, he let losses run and took little profit. Now we want to reverse that. We want to let the profits run, right? And take little losses. Okay? So we actually want to reverse that. And the way to do it, because sometimes we'll get into a loss and then we get so happy to see a gain. Oh, it's finally up. Too big stop simply. Yeah. If your stops are too big, because usually if it starts getting to 11, between 8, 11, you start getting -8, -11, -12, you're probably on the wrong side of the trade, right? Because you can figure the candle is so the average range for, let's say, an hourly candle is maybe 12 pips, right? So if it's 12 pips bullish, and then it's now like -8 in your trade, you basically wiped out this whole candle, right? So this thing is going to stack down on you, and then it's going to be -20, right? Very rarely do we get like -20 and the thing comes back, you know. Maybe in pound yen, maybe, but I tell you what, if you even have a 9 pip stop, between 9 and 10 pip stops on these short-term trades, you know, okay, you might lose. Okay, if you lose a couple of these, it's like 18 and 27 pips. You lose 3 or 4, and it's 36 pips. But I tell you what, if you get out of these things, you save yourself dropping those big 34 and 40 pip losses. And not only that, you're probably flat. If the 9 pip stop, you're not happy. You got red, you're not happy. But you're flat. Your mind is clear. You know, your mind is clear because you're not in a trade, right? It's like ending a bad marriage. And I've had 2 of them. I tell you what, when you get free and you're clear, I don't advocate divorce or anything like that, but any type of problem, when you get outside the problem and you're able to get in your right mind and you're not under pressure, you know, you're not constantly looking at your phone or looking at your screen or counting the pips, you in that negative connection. Now, it may move in your favor, but you say, okay, I bless it, whatever. If it gives me another entry, I'll get in, but I'm not going to, like, cry my oatmeal over it. I'm not going to say, hey, you know, man, no, I wish I could have got into this. It was, you know, it was like the ultimate trade. It's like, no. And if you just even try this for a while with the 9 pips, and if you're stopped out and the trade still is good, get in there again. You lose another 9, you control 18 pips. It's a lot better than losing 69 pips like this thing. I'm going to cut this bad boy right now. It's down 20, right? My goodness, what's going on here? Right? Well, ABC, maybe this is, what, ABC 1, 2, and this is like turning into a 3, right? Well, my stop is here, and I cut it early, right? Because this wave count looks really, no, this looks like an ABC. This looks like 1, 2, and this is turning to like a 3. I don't have a MACD on here. Again, this is after hours and blah, blah, blah. I took it. That MACD is, yeah, it looks like it's divergence, but it's open. It's still open. So this thing could continue to run lower and keep going, right? I mean, there was really nice divergence here too, right? Then back out in the 5 minute. I took the trade off, and it's coming back. He's like, okay, and then you start crying about that, and you go, I wish I would. Slap yourself when you start going, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Okay, it happened. It's over. We're flat. It's after hours. We're clear. I don't have anything on my nothing to make me want to kick my dog or yell at my wife because I'm flat. Okay, and that gives your mind. And I'm gonna turn the camera back on because I want you to see my hand. You want your mind to be clear, because then you're like saying, man, you know, let your subconscious mind relax and show you some other trading opportunities. I'm open. If you look at my screen, I'm open to new opportunities now. Okay? When you have a losing trade that's just eating your account away, you can't think straight. And you may have this totally easy trade on another currency pair that's so easy. So just, have you ever seen that? You're in a trade, it sucks. You got all your money in it. And then you turn to another currency pair, and it's this beautiful trade, and everything's lined up, and it's like, but you ain't got no money. You know, you used all your money in this other one. Or you just don't want to take another trade because you're like maxed out in your risk, and you don't want to break your rules to take this great trade, right? So I say just take them out. Just get good at taking stops. I think we got good. And for those of you who are new and have not been through Pip and Run, you really need to enroll in the Forex Scalping Bootcamp. It's a little bit more expensive, but you're going to get a deeper understanding of the market. We're dealing with psychology here, and we're coming from a different place if you're watching the recording, right? I think we just need to get good at taking stops, you know, and really get like, hey, man, I took a stop. Isn't that great? You know, I think I took one. Let's see, on the euro. Let's see if I want. Yeah. This is the one okay. Yeah, this one, this was, what was I doing here? I was selling, yeah. This is the one, was a slingshot, beautiful trade. I got short there. It rallied up high, and I think it was a 9-pip stop. Yeah, 9. I lost 9. I lost 9 on that trade. Okay. I mean, and you go, well, and I wasn't awake. The thing about it is, this was like at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I said it, and I got stopped out. Okay. Well, Greg, you could have, made a wider stop? Oh, yeah, it worked this time. It would have worked this time, right? The next time it goes up, and I lose 69 pips, right? Which is dumb. So I'm not crying over my oatmeal over this. Oh, yeah, I wish I would have had it, right? But I know this pattern. I know this pops up, you know? I mean, there was another one right after that if I was back at the computer. I mean, there's a trend line break. Come on, divergence, trend line break. Come on now. There's like trades. I missed this one. I missed this one. I got this one right here. I got sunshine and a cloudy day and it was cold outside. I got the month of May, guy, right? So don't get caught up in, if you took the small loss, don't worry about it. Now here I try to buy this one here, but look, I lost 15 here, probably lost too much on that. But still, I'm close to a round number, and it broke and on that candle, okay? So these, you know, I'm not, no, we don't want to see it. No, it doesn't look sexy. No, it doesn't make us look invincible. But guess what? I had a count left over that I could take advantage of this, right? If I let it run down here and ran all the way down here, my brain, you know, now it saved me if I stayed in, but you just don't want to be saved by reversals like that, okay? Oh, man, I'm glad I had a wide stop. I was down like 30 pips, and now I think turned around, and now I'm up like 8. I feel, look, I mean, literally, if I stayed in this trade, I would have lost 40 pips, 36 pips, 39 pips, let's call it 40. I would have lost 40, right? I got out, minus 15, and okay, well, I made like 22 or 27 if it reversed, but you just don't want to, you want to get to a point in your trading when you're not bailed out by reversals like that. You want to find precision entries. Look, 50 zone, hit the 50. You got some divergence. You follow your rules. And if I took this trade on divergence, my stop is there. If I get stopped out on this, I'm not crying about this. This was a good trade. This would have been a good trade. On that candle on the break of the trend line, and I'm in, and I made like 15 pips maybe on that. Oh, 37 pips. What's this chart scale? I know I got this big thing here. Can't really see it. But let's, yeah. There we go. So I got my pattern. If I got out at the 200 simple moving average, I made 32 pips, right? Perfect entry, zone, falling wedge, long wick, MACD divergence, stochastics crossover, you know. But if I'm stuck in this thing and I don't know, then I'm scared. Should I take it? Am I going to get a margin call? I'm out. I'm out, and I could make my money back and more. I lost 15 here, and I could have made like 30 here. I can make double my money if I got out, got clear, and when I look at my win-loss, no, okay, I lost 2 and won 1, but that 1, you know, I lost 9 here, I lost 24 on these 2, and I make 36 on this one. 36 minus 24, what, 14 pips or 12 pips? I'm positive 12 pips, right? Positive 12 is a lot better than being minus 40. That's going to do a lot for your psyche. It's going to do a lot for your mindset. because you're clear. Your mind is clear. A stop will help clear your mind. But no, we look at stops as bad, as evil. They're bad when they're big, but they are lovely when they're small, and they save you a ton of money. So you want to learn to love your stops, right? The stop is telling you something, like a pain, you know? If you go, oh, I got a back pain, well, maybe let's do some heavy shit. Stop doing that. You know? The pain is a way of communicating to you that you have something going on, an underlying condition. Maybe it's diet. Maybe you're sitting in a chair too long. Maybe you need to stretch, okay? Maybe you have also some type of illness that needs doctor's attention. You know, maybe you need to relax. Go to a sauna, sit in a hot tub, and relax more. Okay? The pain is a way of communicating, but too much, what we'll do is we will take different stuff to kill the pain, right? Because we don't like being uncomfortable. And so we don't look at the stops. We don't look at them. We ignore them. We saw, oh, their tuition in the market. It's like, no, they're not. It's not trying to teach you anything. It's just letting you know that you may want to, it's an insurance policy, your insurance policy. And if you look at it like that, then you won't fear taking them. You know, people don't want to take stuff that they think is bad for them. And you see all my accounts going down, that's kind of bad. You know, it's like, yeah, it is bad, right? But it's not, because if I lose this and gain that, I'm flat. If I'm out of this trade, I'm flat, and I have capital that I can throw at any other new opportunity that comes my way. I can go over to dollar yen and see what's going on, right? And I can see, but I can't do that if I'm stuck in a lousy trade, right? I can think clearly. I can draw trend lines. I can think about the process, and then I'm in a good state of mind where I can take the shot, take the next shot, right? The next pattern or the next shot. Because when I show you in the next, when we come back the next time, we're going to we're going to go more into actually setting up your strategy or setting up your charts. But I really want to focus in on the mindset of any trade. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll pull up the simulator without any charts, without any indicators, and just set buys and just set buys and sells. It's setting up those setting up the simulator and just set stops. I know people are like whoa, that hurt. They get in the trading room and they go, oh, well, the simulator doesn't work. It's like, yeah. It doesn't work all right, yeah. So, in fact, let's go ahead and, let's go ahead and do it. Whoa. This thing is really loud. It blew out my eardrums, right? Yeah. So this is something that you guys are going to have access to, is a simulator. We're going to get you access to that. And we're going to, I'm just going to pick something. I'm just going to pick anything. I'm going to pick this Kiwi Swiss, okay? Kiwi Swiss, and we're not going to have any indicators, anything at all, right? Because the goal of this activity is just to take the stop. Now, take the shot, take the stop. And we're just going to use simple trend lines, right? So we're at simulators pause, and I'm going to crank it up a little bit because we got a $10,000 account. And I'm just going to, we're going to do like a 9 pip stop loss, and we're going to go for a probably maybe let's go for maybe like 14 pips on the take profit, okay? Right. So we got a consolidation pattern, just standard technical analysis stuff, right? I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Couple of things. We got a trend line. We got a low. I actually wanted to short that, right? But where is our stop? Let's see if we get a rebound here, right? Man, what a break! We broke trend line pretty handily. Okay. So we rallied back up. Sell. Okay. Wow, this thing is taking its time. Okay. So we gotta sell. Where is our stop loss? Stop loss is, yeah. Okay, that's our stop loss there. Oh, there it is. See? So we have stop loss. We have to take profit. I'm just gonna move it forward. Now watch. Now we're down maybe. Okay, stop was hit. Right, we're out of the trade, and we have a breakout. And there we go. Limit out. Okay. And the whole idea was we sold it here, and we got stopped out. Right. If we didn't, then our stop would have been up here, and we would have lost more money, right? 9 pip stop. So let's take a look at the journal so far. Okay. So we lost on that one, gained on that one, made more money, still net positive, right? Again, I'm not using, all I'm basically doing is support and resistance. 68.72, you know, we're at 68.72, and I mean, this thing has really climbed up, and I'm just going to sell it, right? Stop loss is 9 pips. Take profit is 14. Okay. Maybe speed up a little bit. Price pull back to support. Okay, and we broke out. Okay, we broke out. We're out of the trade. We entered another trade, and we're out. Okay. So we tried to fade the market. Okay. Came down a little bit. Stopped out. Right? Stopped out. Like I said, usually if you're getting stopped out, if it's going 9 pips against you, chances are this thing is going to reverse. You're on the wrong side of the trade after 9 pips, right? And I'm on a 30-minute chart of Kiwi Swiss, and we look at the results. All right, I lost one, I gained one. Actually, you know, I'm winning. I lose one, I win one. I lose one, I win one. But what do you see here? I'm up $82, right? But what's going on here? I am losing, right? I'm losing half my trades. I suck, right? Do I suck or do I suck? I'm losing half. Well, so I'm 50-50. 50-50, but how are you winning? Am I making more money or less money? Somebody talk to me in the chat room. Why? Derek says, good answer, I'm making more. How am I making more? How can I make more? I'm losing half my trades. I'm losing half of them. I don't know what to do. Oh my God. Craig, you're my mentor, dude, man. I'm going to read a new book. I need a new indicator. I need something. I'm going to go on baby tips. I'm going to go on Forex Factory. What's that new indicator? It's just risk. That is the key to success, Derek. Derek hit it on the button. It is the holy grail. This risk management. It really doesn't matter if it's Pip and Run, Pip and this, Forex Cash Machine. Take more than you. Bam! Click, click, truth. I wish I had like I need one of those Kramer kind of alarms. Bye, 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 right? This is truth right here. Take more than give back. You need I'm going to print that and have that on my wall. This is a quote. I will quote Darius. This is what I do. I take more than I give back. I want you to say it out loud and scare your family. What's going on there? We're having church. Hallelujah. I take more than I give back. That's your mantra. That's so simple. You're going to give some, but you're going to take more. Just like we go to a bank. They give you some money, they're going to charge you interest. They're not giving away money for free. They're not running a charity. You borrow 100 pounds, you're going to pay 120 pounds back. It's called usury. You've been used. So we have that mindset that when I sit in front of the computer, I'm going to take more than I give back. And you have that kind of an attitude. It's like, we used to get in like street fights when I was like South Central LA. Yeah, you're going to hit me, but I'm going to put you in the hospital, right? They're going to need a hospital to take my foot out of your butt, But you have an attitude, kind of a swagger like, that's what I do. That's what I do. And that's part of that mindset too. And you may not like rap, and I'm not a big fan of a lot of it. Some of it's kind of violent, some of it's kind of like, talks about women and stuff. But they're always talking their game. I'm the best. Now I got this. Now I got gold and silver. Hey, I got gold and silver too. I'm a rapper. I'm a poet. Don't even know it, right? But they're always talking their game, right? And that's also part of mindset too, being able to talk your game to yourself, because like the guy in the basketball court taking the shot, there are people trying to get in your head. They're trying to tell you you're not worthy. You're not good enough. You can't do this. You got this. You grew up from this. You're from here. You're from there. You lived up this. Your parents aren't this. You're not pedigree. You. And sometimes it's not other people. Sometimes the worst thing about it is you. Your own mind is saying stuff about you. Let's think about this. Derek is very true. Think about, you're black and you grew up in South Central and your dad was a meat cutter and he doesn't have a degree and blah, 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 and black people are this and black people are that. I didn't let that stop me. But don't get me wrong, the voice is still popping in my head, Even when I make a lot of money, it's like, well, you don't really make a lot of money. It's just lucky, blah, 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 blah. You get the imposter syndrome when you're successful. And that's why rich people drink and party and do drugs and everything, because they don't have control of their mind. Their mind is running them. And these people, they spend thousands of dollars in therapy. Well, tell me about your childhood. Lay down here on this couch, and they'll take a little notepad and paper, and they get $500 or $1,000 an hour. Well, tell me, Derek, when did this first start? When do you start feeling unworthy or unconfident? And blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's it. Time's up. Next patient, you can pay the receptionist on the way out. It's an industry. But you have to take control of your own thinking. You have to know yourself and be true to yourself and know that you are somebody special, that you are not made out of junk. You're here to win. You're here to kick butt and take names. There's nothing that you can't do. Now, I use scripture. I read the Bible, so Steph Curry, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, they didn't look that good in the playoffs the other day. It looked like he was throwing some shots away. I'm like going, dude, you missed a layup, dude. You're Steph Curry. You're a three-point shot downtown, the greatest player since Michael Jordan. But he had a bad night, and they lost, right? But he has these shoes, these sneakers. And on the sneakers is a scripture written, On the sneakers, there's written a scripture on the inside of the tongue that says, I can do all things. And it's from Ephesians, I think, chapter 6, verse 14. I can do all things through Christ Jesus who strengthens me. Now, I don't know if you're Christians or not, but I do believe in God. God is good. But if we focus in on who we are as Christians, as believers, we're children of God, all of us, Muslim, Christian, Buddha, you're all children of God, and you're special, and you have talent, and you can do anything. But you've got to tell yourself that, because guess what? The rich kids, I'm sure the Oxford kids, just like we have the Stanford kids and the Harvard kids here, their parents tell them, you are winners, you're champions, you're not like them, you're better, you're royal, you're this, you're that. Is it? If I took your cells from your body and put them in a laboratory, they're no different than mine, right? But what's the difference? It's what they've been told with their mouth, what they hear with their ears, what they see with their eyes, and what they think. Because all these are gateways to your mind. So your trades may not be that good right now. But if you keep telling yourself, I am the best trader in the world, it's maybe second to Greg, but I am the best. But I am the best trader in the world. Yeah, your subconscious mind is going to. I'm going to warn you that subconscious mind is going to say, no, you're not. Don't believe this. This is just a fantasy. This is just a dream. Mine was telling me that too. And then I told my subconscious mind, look, subconscious mind, right now you're going to speak good things to me. You're going to be supportive of me. And you are going to tell me that I can do it, or you're going to shut up. I really had to tell myself that. And people say, well, you're crazy, Greg. It's like, look, I'm not going to the therapy because I think I got most of it under control now, right? That wasn't always the case. It was always, well, how long can this last? And am I going to blow up? And blah, blah, blah. You get all these stories going through your head. It's like, no, stop the nonsense. Enough. I am a winner. I'm a champion. I'm a child of God. I can do this. I can do all things through Christ Jesus who strengthens me. I can do anything I put my mind to. And I'm the best at what I put my mind to. I'm sure you, Derek, you go off the basketball court and go, well, I really suck. Did you do that? I don't think anyone does that. You get pumped up. You've got to psych yourself up. That's what these guys, they have these pep rallies. Woo, 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 woo. The soccer players, they're getting action, they're getting momentum, they're building up that mental state. They get pumped up so they get in the proper mind state. You want to create a state of winning, a state of victory. A state where, a mental state where you don't look to the left or to the right. Nothing moves you because you are on a mission. You are on a mission. This is serious. You're not playing games. You're serious. And when you have that mindset, I would teach school and the kids will say, oh, Mr. McGlaw, I'm not getting this. I want to tell you, if you were, and I remember, the Soviet Union, the Soviet bloc, and a lot of the communist countries, they were, it was brutal. It was like, if somebody put an AK-47 against your brow and told you to learn it, or held it against your mom or your cousin or your sister, you would learn it. But I can't do that, But if your life depended on it, you could get it done. They had ladies that her child was trapped underneath a car in a car accident. And she mustered superhuman force and lifted the car from on top of her son. A car that weighed, tons. Right? And just as a little lady, but she saw her son pinned into her car. And she mustered up the energy, the strength, the might to move this car off of her son. So it's remarkable what the human mind can do if it believes it can do it. if you can imagine doing it, if you imagine the win. In fact, when I'm doing this, yeah, I imagine, okay, I got some losses, but I also imagine the win too. And I'm doing a currency pair you've never seen before. Well, Greg, you're a good trader. I don't even have any indicators on here, right? I'm just basically saying if this thing goes too far, I'm going to change direction. I'm just, and you can just, you do that. Now I got an uptrend, higher highs and higher lows, I may not want to, I might, a 69017 whole number round number, you take a shot at it for a short in a fade. We are breaking out, right? So I would wait till I pull back to the trend line and get long, right? But we're also at this whole number round number. I don't know, Derek, what would you do? And there's a key. Okay, he was short. Yeah, I was short too. And the thing about it is, there is no wrong or no right. Because if you get stopped out, what are you going to do? You're flipping along. If you win on this one, you make 14. If you lose, you make 9. If you lose on this one, you lose 9, and you gain 14 on the other side. Right? Let's see. You got to stop in place. Oh. We got a shooting star right there, so it might be interesting. You might get stopped out again. Okay. So we did take the short. We got stopped out. We got it again. We're getting kind of a chop sideways. Let's speed up a little bit. And it looks like we are, okay, we got stopped out on that one, okay? So we got long. Stopped out, okay. Trend line. Stopped out again, okay. Chop. Yeah, at this point you would change the pair, right? At this point, it's like, okay, I've got stop out, stop out. I'm not trending. I'm probably range bound. Maybe we have a double top. But it's interesting, though, to note, okay, that when we do have this chop like this, we are probably, this is a change in trend. Oops, I hit too many. We hit a change in trend. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extension. Boom, out of that one. Really close to get out of that one. You might say, let me just get out of this, right? Right. So, yeah, but see, notice where we were getting chopped up. We were getting chopped up. We got, see, before we're like, oh, long, up. Okay, reverse. Here, okay, try this reverse. We got stopped out on the short, got stopped out on the long. Look, lower high, same low, lower low, got out there, profit, got out there, profit on 2, lower there, got out on these, All right. So let's see. Oh, results. Okay. So 68. So we lost on. Okay. So 99.33. Like break even, right? but we took a lot of trades to now. This, I bet if we put our MACD on there, but we probably have some type of a divergence there, right? And we have a trend line, right? And with the 68.93, we're at 79, and what we got long. Okay, we have our stop in place. Stop below the swing low. Double bottom, stopped out, right? Draw another trend line. Still making lows. This is where we don't have our MACD. We don't have anything there. We had support. And this is where our reverse. See, now we took our long and reversed. $68.31. We're at 45. We broke below the 50. Okay. And if we reverse that, see, we're at what, 96.51. Okay. Pull back. Pull back, stopped out again. We're having this kind of like sideways chop. We reversed it. Maybe 3, 4, 5 for a slingshot. Oh. And we reverse that. A couple of things we have here. We've got this trend line. But double top. But you can see we're in a kind of a choppy kind of consolidation. And we're like 90. We're not down about 10%. 10% is $1,000. I mean 9,000. We're not down 10%. We're down 5%, right? So, and then there's like, okay, this maybe like, hey, we'll stop here while we're kind of like chopping around, and it's not really doing a whole lot, right? But look how many trades we took, though. I mean, we took a lot of trades to be down 5%. right? I'm, I want to put the MACD on there because I'm like, yeah, I'm curious to what the wave count would be. Oh, here we go. Oh, I can't. You can't do it once it's in the simulation, so you can't do it. Okay. If we were to stop this, let's stop it. Okay. So net profit, $4.99. Yeah. But we took a lot of trades though. And then switching pairs is always advisable. When you get into like a choppy mode like that, it may take, these are 30-minute bars. They're taking a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's like hours. It's like, would you really want to stick through all those hours? You'd probably say no. It's like would say, okay, I would try another pair like Euro Aussie or something, right? And try that. Again, we can really lower that maybe give it about 10. Let's try a 2 to 1. Okay, we're risking 10 to make 20, right? Looks like it wants to break up, but okay. Anyway, it went down. Yeah, Euro Aussie is a pretty volatile pair, and maybe a 10 pip stop might be pretty tight. Oh, limit out, okay. Yeah, I mean the swings on this baby bad boy is pretty wild there. Yeah, it's kind of a tight stop. Let's say we did 20. I don't want to go too far. I'll do 20 and 20 and 25. Okay. The candles are 43 to 21 is like 20. Each candle is 20 pips. I got filled way up there. Very close to the limit. Okay, and we limit out on that trade. And it kept going, right? Wow, breakout. Slingshot, maybe. Trend line break. And we put I don't know why I'm using these bars. I'm having a flashback from the colored candles. There we go. That's what we're more used to seeing. Now, how about this? What would you do on this? Long or short? It's going kind of fast. Okay. We have a trend line. We have support. So far, so good. Derek. Dude. How about this next one? Still long? You missed MACD? You want to get short? I tell you, trading like this, you make look like divergence. That's another thing too. See, your eye can almost see it. Okay, it ran up one more time. Let's try it. Try it again. And if this is our 3, 4, 5, and our target's down here somewhere, right? But again, we're just getting good at this taking the stop, taking the hit. This is our risk. This is our gain, and we're really close to it. 98% the target. Boom, and we're out, right? Now we're like trading pure price action. Like back in the old days before we had indicators. Yeah, I was trying to get in on that rebound and it was little tight. That's right. Was taking the stop. Looks like it wants to hit that. Hit it again, huh? We took out that low. And then it wants to come right back at the. So you got these demand zones or supply zones, but then price comes up, and well, so we took a number of hits there. Whole number, round number. Derek, hot hand. What do you want to do? Short? Yes. Is that S for sell? Look at that. We hit the 75 line. $74 by 75, 76, 70, 75, 76. Now it's 80, 81. Again, I can speed this up too. Boom. There we go. You're right, Derek. Now we are winning a little bit more than our, but I think we're down still. We're down about 5%, right? $39 by 40. Naked chart is not too bad, right? I tell you what. Now, if we were to, if I was to add, I can't add it after the fact. Oh, it always won't do that, huh? I insert indicator custom. There's always a back door, right? Oh, but MACD isn't listed on here. That sucks. But yeah, you can put any of these guys in here. Oh, here we go. This one. Yes. Oh. Now what you want to do? Bad boys, what you gonna do when they come for you? Yeah, daily loss. I would say if you lost, you're risking 2% every trade. So if you give yourself 4 shots to the market, so if you're like down maybe 12% in a day, or maybe 10% in a day, you might want to give it a break. But that's 10% on multiple. I mean, that means you took 5 trades. Okay, you took 5 trades. You took 5 trades, total 5 trades, and it comes out to be 10%, right? But losing 2 trades and it's 10% of your account, no, because you gotta give yourself. If you have 5 different opportunities to get in the market, you took 5 different opportunities, and all 5 of them are messed up, then you need to take a break, time out, right? I'm thinking about this as a short. Yeah, you are too. MACD. Oh, MACD's wide open. I might need to speed it up a little bit. Oh, we got a crossover. Ah. Big crossover. Big crossover. Okay. Wow. That stop. Need MACD to go back below the 0 line. Wow, this red line needs to move out of the way. Yeah. So this one, pretty messy. No divergence or anything like that. I definitely like, hey, I think we're better on the naked chart. Well, I'm not really a fan of Euro Aussie. Yeah. I mean, look at this. It's not really going anywhere, right? Especially if you're just gonna set a stop and limit. Let's try something we haven't used in a long. How about Swiss Aussie yen? If you have a question or something else you want to take a look at, we could even leave. Okay, look at oil. I haven't traded oil. And the stops get kind of weird with that because of the they're like dollar figures. So let's maybe go like a dollar. Yeah. So maybe $1 and $1, maybe $1 and $2. Okay. Yeah. That is Oh, warning, unable to set stop loss and take profit new orders. Stop loss take profit is too close to open price. Oh, okay. Okay, so stop loss, 1.00. What do you, I don't know how you would set, see, maybe a 10? Oh, maybe it goes by pip values. What do you want to do with oil? Want to sell this? Yeah, long wick. MACD below zero line. I think we're stopped out. I don't know how big. Oh, maybe these are like pips. Like, so what do we have to do here? The 0.10, so 10. So you probably do like maybe like 20 and 30. I'm trying to see where that stop is there, so that we can move it up a little bit like that. We're already stopped out, right? Yeah, 200 moving average. Yeah, I'm not seeing any really clear patterns here in this 30-minute chart. Maybe this looks like a sell. We have a lower high slingshot, bearish slingshot to the low. Our first win in oil. I know what these oil ticks are actually worth. Wow, we are not getting out of this trade. Come on, take profits right here. Oh my goodness. Okay, there's a wide spread. Oh, look at that spike. Did you see that spike? It just wicked up and down and then took us out. Okay. Okay, so we got oil, buy at 50 with another one maybe, another buy. Hey, I think I got this oil thing down. And, here it was very, you got a trend line break, MACD crossover, stochastics crossing up. So, I don't know what these, all right, $38. Okay. I'd like to find out what these contract sizes are. We were using, we're trading at 0.10 and each tick, and we're taking out 30 for a take profit. So it's $1. It's $1 a pip. It's $1 a pip. So I was losing like $7. Oh, I made $7. Made 10. Okay. Came up with 38. So as long as that little ratio is pretty much a little bit, give yourself a little bit of an edge on the take profit, you're going to come out. You're going to come out ahead. But you can see the pattern is very clear. I mean, break of the support and this drop, break, rise, right? If we got long again, if the trend is your friend, well, popped above the 200. 200 as a barrier, bounce, boom, limit out. Right. So we lost on that one, won on this one. We lost $20, made $30, right? What would you? That one last trade from the road. We're trading oil, and basically all we're doing here is like taking stops, just learning how to take the stop, and proving that if we have some type of an edge, we can come up ahead. And maybe we have a little we have a little divergence here. Oh. Yeah, and so I think we limited out on that trade, right? Oh, we lost? Really? Sideways consolidation. And we don't know. This is like Asia, very choppy. MACD is very flat too. $57.37 double top. Oh wow! Selling at the top there. Maybe sell again. Stop that. Didn't quite get there, but you get the idea. We're taking the stops, and I think we might have we get our continuation. Again, it's kind of kind of painful when you're like looking at it, being able to, but this kind of like conditions you to like being able to say, hey, I'm going to stick to my strategy. I'm going to take the trend line break, and I'm going to look for the next move down, right? Double top, break above a high, maybe we come down. Okay. Now we can wait for another, and we can see that we're not coming down. 58.15. MACD is making new highs. And it keeps on climbing. 58.66, and then it close us out, right? So, man, that looks like divergence, but we got it on that divergence too late, and it already gone down. But this is a good thing to continue to practice, continue to like, you know, and you might need to adjust the stops a little bit, maybe 25 pips, maybe. Well, we can't go 25. Yes, you can. You can type directly into here, 25. Oh, not 255, 250. Right? I mean, lots of divergence. It seems like there's something getting ready to brew here. I'm just really interested on this. This is March. This is March of this year. It's probably going to go up. I think we got to 60. I'm cheating now. Okay. Well, there are no further questions. You know, remember we talked about mindset and coming in with the mindset of winning, and that way, and taking that stop so you can keep your mind clear, giving yourself positive affirmations. So I want you to do is make some positive affirmations about yourself and your trading, and come back with your affirmation. You know, I think I really like what Derek said before, and he says, you know, that I take more than I give back, right? Or I make more than they take. You know, make it like something that you can say a mantra consistently to your mind, and that will do a lot. In the arena of the mind is where the first battle is. Everything else, you know, is going to come very easily when we go right into our method next week. But I want you to have that mantra. I want you to be practicing that mantra and practice taking stops in simulation. And you may want to use, you know, based on how much the average daily range is, maybe you want to do 20. I just, you know, and it's all depends on how volatile the currency pair is. Some currencies are more volatile than others. On a yen pair, you know, 9 pips is probably too small. You know, you might go a little bit longer or larger. But if you get your entries near banker support and resistance levels, what's going to happen is you're going to have a higher probability of success. Okay. So with that, we're going to close up for today. You can always post questions in the Forex Cash Machine chat. And this is Greg McLeod signing out, saying peace and pips. Cheers.